I'm Callie Lewis, you're watching Geek Brief TV. This is Brief 738. Steve Jobs took the stage in Cupertino to give us a sneak peek at the next iPhone OS update 4.0. He started out on a very high note by announcing multitask functionality. When you double tap the home button, you'll get a bar at the bottom of your screen. Think of it like the dock on a Mac. It'll show open applications and you can switch between them while stuff is happening in the background. For example, I can have Pandora playing while I'm browsing Safari or replying to email in the Mail app, or I can have Skype open and be able to make or receive calls while working in other applications. I'm so glad Apple is finally giving us this ability, and they say they figured out a way to do all this without draining the battery. The one thing I'm unclear on is if they're limiting the number of apps that can run at the same time. In their demo, there were only 4 apps in the dock. Will that be the limit to running simultaneous applications? We'll have to wait and see how this is being handled. With 4.0, you'll be able to merge your inboxes. Instead of clicking back and forth to switch between accounts, everything will show up together. Now, I personally don't want this, so I'm hoping it'll be an option rather than the default. I think I'm in the minority on this one. You'll be able to tap the screen to focus in video mode just like you can in picture mode. Developers can create local push notifications. Instead of those pop-up notifications that go through the server, they can now happen locally. And finally, we'll have Bluetooth keyboard support. Finally! There will also be a game center with all the features people want, like leaderboards and achievements. I don't think you can become the mayor of anything, though. I'm excited about folders for apps. With my iPad, I separated apps into groups. Each page has a different purpose. Video entertainment, news and books, games, productivity, etc., etc. Instead of swiping through 9 different pages, iPhone OS 4 will have folders so you can group your apps for easier access. This should be a very positive thing for most people. Speaking of books, iBooks will now be available on the iPhone and syncing between devices will be enabled. So just like with the Kindle, you'll be able to start reading in one place and be able to pick up where you left off on another device. Steve also showed off iAd. I expect this one to be controversial. Apple wants to help developers keep their free apps free. Developers do put a lot of time and energy into making apps people will like and use, but let's be honest, how many of you actually click the ads you're presented with? Clicking an ad takes you out of the app and they're usually not very attractive or interesting, so Apple's goal is to make ads more interactive and emotional. The ads they demoed today look like apps themselves, so I'm going to be very interested in seeing how these actually turn out. Their goal of showing an ad every 3 minutes will probably prove to be very intrusive for the user, but if they make it fun enough, emotional enough, will our frustration die down? It won't be that simple, I can promise you that, but I'm all for supporting developers for their work. You guys support me by listening to my ads and participating in them, which I appreciate so much, by the way. I will keep you updated on the success of Apple's new iAd platform. Developers will be getting a preview at developer.apple.com as of today, and then the rest of everybody will get iPhone OS 4 this summer. All of the features will be available for the iPhone 3GS and the latest version of the iPod Touch. Some of the features will be available for the iPhone 3G and earlier versions of the Touch. The iPad will get the update in the fall. And now for the ad portion. Selena and Jerry set up a pre-wedding website using my promo code GEEK to easily build and easily maintain a website at squarespace.com and saved 12%. Good job, guys, and congratulations. Thanks for watching. I'm Callie Lewis. Bye.